are going to go over Epoxy versus Brite Tone. We're going to go ahead and start with our Pepsi bottle, which is made with Epoxy. I use Epoxy for my baby bottles. I recommend using tumbler epoxy for your baby bottles, and I'll get into that more in the video. Now, before I really get into it, I want to tell you the most important thing is that you have to wear your PPE equipment. And you have to be in a well-ventilated area. Now, with that being out the way, epoxy is like a thick consistency. It's like honey, all right? You're going to need two parts. You're going to need your A, which is your resin, and part B, which is your hardener. You have to mix both of them together. Now, your mix ratio is going to be 1:1 by volume. Now, if you have 10 milliliters of part A, you will need 10 milliliters of part B, which is going to equal 20 milliliters. If you have 15 milliliters of part A, you're going to need 15 milliliters of part B, which is going to equal 30 milliliters. All right? Now, you have to mix it for about 3 minutes. You have to mix it properly, because if not, then you're going to mess up your epoxy. All right? Your work time is going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. And it cures within 24 to 48 hours. Now, it's different between drying. Now, if you want to get more information about drying versus curing, go ahead and check out my glitter baby bottle video. All right? Now, let's go ahead and get to Brite Tone. Brite Tone is by a company called Cours. Now, most of the stuff that I said about epoxy, you do not have to worry about it with Brite Tone. That is the most beautiful part about this alternative. And you still get basically the same look. You don't have to worry about PPE equipment. You don't have to worry about fumes. It's toxic free. You don't have to worry about none of that. You don't have to worry about mixing it properly. You don't need to worry about using a heat gun to get the air bubbles in. None of that. Now, Brite Tone is like a watery consistency, so you will need a lot of coats. You will need like about 12 to 15 coats to coat your baby bottle versus epoxy. I only have to use 3 to 4 coats and I'm good. All right. Now, remember when I just said that Brite Tone is toxic free? That's why I recommend tumbler epoxy, because after 72 hours when it cures, it is toxic free. All right. Now, that's basically about it. So you basically have to choose which is better for you, epoxy or Brite Tone. With that being said, you have a good one.